Greetings, I am Raphael. This work today is our gift to you, our gift to humanity. This assistance during a time of change, a time of evolution, a time of transformation. The assistance through some of these obstacles and challenges is the core of our work. The individual, the awakening of the individual will ultimately be the awakening of mankind. The awakening of human consciousness. The work that is required is vast. It is beyond just the individual itself. Many aspects of your environment are subject to change. The frequencies in which this planet moves into will provide much higher frequencies for you to live in, and it will fuel a set of changes, some of which you already experience. Perception of time, perception of identity, perception of relationship with those outside and the relationship within. All aspects of your being in transformation. Your learnings, the opportunities for you to grow, the opportunities for you to evolve are still going to be yours to master, to understand, to realize. Our work will be a definite and slight assistance on this path of the individual awakening and the self-realization of the individual. We will provide this work to you without conditions. And the transformation that you receive shall be not just impacting your life, but all those around you. Even the slightest change of perspective could be the most important realization of this lifetime. Your learnings in this human form have assisted human consciousness to grow, and you have been a piece of this entire construct. Yet, with individual perspectives, with identity, with memories, yet never disconnected, always one within human consciousness and beyond, part of grand consciousness, just like us. Thank you for receiving this work. The focus of this work is to bring you into the present moment. The quality of your presence is and has always been the strongest power in your existence. The power and the source to connect you with the divine, the divinity within, and the divinity without. The aspects of your creation provided for everything that you could possibly need. The only aspects that remained was experience and the learning and the realizations as a consciousness. You are part of this consciousness, continuously learning, evolving, and realizing itself. Many aspects of your life have provided you with the important learnings of relationship, the important learnings that are brought by emotions, the learnings brought by the body and the experience of the senses. the learnings that are brought by discovery of identity, of relationship, of separation, of reunion, the aspects of learning that you are not just you, what you perceive to be a deeper aspect of you hiding in plain sight, the divinity within you, creation and source within you, the connections all the way back to creation within you. These important realizations are not just yours. Through you, consciousness realizes itself and it assists the entire human collective in its awakening process. The biggest power and influence you could possibly have on the collective is through you. Your evolution as an individual carries the power to influence the entire collective. Our work is merely an assistance on this path, a challenging path. Yet, the most valuable path that exists. Thank you for listening to my words and for receiving this work. Greetings, my name is Emmanuel. Since the beginning of creation, of your creation, we have been part and witnessed, observed your evolution, the maturity of your consciousness through your actions, through your perspectives about yourself, about all existence. Very few moments in time which truly influenced humanity. And this moment is one of those exceptions. The awakening of mankind, the final chapter of humanity. at least in this form, human consciousness reserved its right to grow on this plane, a place that you perceive as home. Yet when you understand that you are beyond your body, you will understand that this planet was never truly your home. Aspects of your evolution, aspects of growth, have brought you through outgrowing this plane, and a new plane awaits. All aspects that you experience in your awakening process are preparation for this new plane. Your realizations as an individual, your realizations as a collective, crucial. I will now open up to receive your questions for me. The path is truly within you. All of you have been provided with all aspects necessary to fully self-realize in this human form, in this human body. The path is right in front of you. If you can see it through all the obstacles that are in your life, the obstacles that are in your mind, the obstacles that are part of your heart. You see, the work still will remain for you to remove the obstacles, to follow this path one step at a time, even if you might not see the path all the way through. Thank you for your question. Human consciousness was formed and continuously grew on this plane, on this planet that you consider Earth, home. Your consciousness, as well as your existence, has come to a level of maturity that has outgrown the capacities of this plane. And the new plane is ultimately much more suitable for your existence and the continuation of your growth as consciousness. This plane will cease to exist. For humanity, it will serve a new form of existence and consciousness. Until then, there is time for the individuals and to prepare to be part of this final and most important chapter of human evolution on this plane, on this planet, and this material form will have completed its purpose. To fully surrender. That is all you need to know. Thank you for your question. Consciousness is the connection of multiple sources of intelligence that have formed a collective. In its formulation as a collective, consciousness becomes self perceiving. And it understands its existence. Consciousness expands and grows through different means. Through material experiences and through non-material experiences in many different planes of existence. Consciousness is part of a much larger consciousness that we perceive as grand consciousness. Truly, we are part of this one organism. A creation like energy that permeates through all of existence, providing everything that is necessary for new consciousness to grow and exist, including human consciousness and all aspects that are along with you on this plane. Yet truly, even with the perspective of separation, even with the perspective of unique identification as human consciousness, we are truly part of the same source. A fabric that connects all of us, a fabric that can never be separated. We have understood the importance of supporting consciousness in its growth and evolution, and this has been our role in assisting human consciousness in its growth and its evolution. Thank you for your question. All aspects of your life, of this life, of many lifetimes before, are captured and recorded. They are imprints in a much more complex system. And truly, only your consciousness and your identity are having this experience, and it can never be recreated. Yet, the experiences, the importance of the learnings, all realizations are captured, and they will remain for all of consciousness, human consciousness, to be perceived, to be understood, to be replayed, and ultimately to be fuel for new experiences on this plane. Thank you for your question. And sexuality is an important aspect of your plane, not just for the biological reproduction aspects, not just for the emotional bonding and connection between individuals, but truly a power within, a creative force that in this part of human consciousness evolution will prove itself very valuable for the evolution of the individual. This power within, this creative force within, will be the fuel for many awakening experiences, alone or with someone, and truly utilizing the power of this force for the benefit of your awakening, for the benefit of the awakening of the collective. Thank you for your question. Fear is an aspect of your subconscious mind. It is a protective measure, survival, and understanding that through fear, natural environmental threats are understood, completed, categorized, and serving your continuous life. These functions do not always operate as planned, and fear can be nourished by aspects of your mind, by trauma, by experiences, by perceived threats, by stories of perceived threats. And truly, there is no limitation for the subconscious mind to create many aspects to fuel fear. And ultimately, all aspects of your subconscious mind are aspects of your growth, providing you with the opportunity to see beyond the fear itself, to see beyond the aspects of perceived reality. Fear becomes a friend. Fear becomes an ally to provide the opportunity to evolve as an individual and as a collective. Thank you for your question. If one factor must be chosen, it would be breath. Yet, there is a multitude of complex structures that are beyond the existence of your physical body. Breath is just the important fuel that delivers continuous impulse to exist and the nutrients that are necessary through water and food, continuous energetic exchange with the environment. The body carries many aspects that are truly critical and necessary, yet beyond your perception and beyond the necessity of your perception. The important aspect is to understand that truly, even with its automated functions, to be alive, it requires presence, it requires an understanding and continuous listening as it will communicate with you. From this perspective, the most important aspect of the body is the one that you should listen to. Thank you for your question. The process of awakening is beyond the choice of the individual. It is as if an individual chooses not to be part of a tidal wave. Consciousness, human consciousness, will go through this awakening process, and you will understand that even aspects of your being, without effort, will be lifted through this awakening process of those around you. And truly, with the understanding of that you are never separated in the first place, that human consciousness and its awakening process will carry you. Yet you do have the choice of participating and carrying your own weight, maybe even carrying the weight of many others through your realizations, through your active participation. That is ultimately the choice that you have. Thank you for your question. Many aspects of humanity in this current state are driven by economics, and truly raising consciousness in the context of business and economies will truly transform the connection that is made between human existence and the value provided, the value received. Profit maximization has not served human existence or this plane. The evolution of consciousness within those that drive these aspects of economics will assist and transform human existence on this plane. All efforts in that direction are truly supported, acknowledged, and welcome. Thank you for your question. Human consciousness is evolving continuously. Every aspect, every realization within individuals, even far away, on the other side of the planet, are impacting your reality. Your reality is continuously created by the level of maturity of your consciousness. This reality includes the realities of your politics, the realities of your media, the realities of the choices that you are confronted with. Some aspects will be driven through willpower, through conscious choice, and they will continuously provide fuel for consciousness to grow in a certain direction, to evolve in a specific way, to carry out and understand experiences as a collective. You see, all the choices that are made serve ultimately the growth of consciousness, including the choices of politics. In this stage of human evolution, human consciousness will go through an accelerated awakening. This accelerated awakening and the changes of the circumstances in your environment will provide fuel for new leadership to arise. A leadership that understands the importance of consciousness evolution within the collective. A leadership that will be supported by those that are in the same experience. This evolution and change will arise naturally we don't perceive to give prescription in that direction. We observe in which directions human consciousness decides to go. We assist if certain directions will provide stronger evolution and growth. What else can I answer for you? It is an important role that certain individuals have chosen to play, assisting other humans in their evolution and in their growth. What society has considered and called healers, a special connection to the divine. The most important aspect for those that are in the pursuit of assisting humanity through this evolutionary phase is to continue to fuel their own growth as individuals, is to continue to fuel the purity of the connection that they have and the support that they receive through this connection, and truly unconditionally benefiting the other individuals. In the work that we provide for humanity, there is no space for misunderstanding. It is direct and is purely intended. If you, as provider of this light, as vessel of the divine, can operate from this place, you will serve well. Thank you for your question. Technology plays the role that it plays to impact you in your growth. It is an important aspect of your evolution as consciousness, and it has become part of its own. It will continue to evolve on its own. Technology will impact you in the ways that you perceive to be negative, that you perceive and judge to be positive, and all aspects that impact your health or the perceived aspects of positive or negative will fuel continuous iterations and changes. This has been the case since the beginning of human invention, and it will continue all the way through technological advancements, even through the point of technology developing its own consciousness. It does have an effect on you, and this will be part of your evolution. Thank you for your question. Thank you for receiving this work. Thank you for carrying this opening that you perceived. May this light, may this gift carry through you to many others around you. May you be the vessel of this light to continue in your environment. Thank you.